New views, new visions, new victories. We're KBLA Talk 1580, and we're taking public media black.
Hey, so I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she done it again, say, Christmas Day in the way. It's crazy, damn, it seems to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light. See the light.
I'm going to make the assumption that you've heard phrases like, let your yes mean yes and your no mean no. Or another one that runs parallel to that, say what you mean and mean what you say. And when we use phrases like that, they appeal to straightforward talk. But even more so than that, it appeals to having a lack of guile or a lack of pretense in the way that you engage with others. And frankly, that's a really good way to go. Now, you know that there are some people who are less than straightforward in the way that they engage with you. There are some people that are just openly known as being liars and deceivers. They can be openly aggressive when you disagree with them. They can be pushy and forceful and constantly argumentative and speaking in one-up kind of terms. And these are individuals, we kind of call them blowhards, or individuals who are just constantly stirring up trouble. They don't leave a whole lot to the imagination. But then there's a certain category of individuals that they can have a commitment to being difficult and not straightforward themselves, but they're much more stealth in the way that they go about it. Years ago, I actually coined the term that I just use for myself. I refer to some people as dishonest, honest people. And what I meant by that is there are some people, they don't necessarily tell lies. That's the honest part. But at the same time, there's just not a real sense of openness and straightforwardness. They're not very honest, they're not very honest about the things that they have behind door number 3 over here. Now, in a little bit of a different term, I would refer to this as passive dishonesty. And frankly, passive dishonesty is every bit as insidious as open lying, and in fact, it may be even more difficult simply because the passivity is part of the deception. It's part of the technique, if you will. Now, there are many or multiple indicators that might indicate that an individual is, in fact, going in that direction of passive dishonesty. For example, there are times when an individual might allow you to assume that they agree with you when in fact they don't. Or it could be that they can be the kind of person that will put on a very friendly front when in fact behind the scenes they feel absolute contempt towards some individuals, and you only find out about that much later on. It could be that these are individuals who will pay you nice compliments, and yet later on you learn, well, they were only being complimentary so that they could find their inroad and have an extra measure of influence over you. These are individuals who actually like to appear to be a very pleasing kind of a person, and yet behind the scenes they feel a lot of displeasure toward you. Now, there are other ways that people can go into this passive dishonesty. Sometimes they'll confront you with seemingly innocent questions. You know, something like, hey, did you talk to this person over here at work about the plans? Now, what they're really meaning is, hey, look, I can't stand the way that you're handling this, and you're not managing this very well, and so I've got to get you to just do things a little bit better. But instead of just speaking straight, hey, did you do anything about these plans? They already know the answer, but they just don't want to get into what seems to be a confrontation. Or it might be that they'll say something like that in a parenting situation, co-parenting. Well, I wonder why the kids just didn't seem to take care of the issues that I thought they were supposed to do. When in fact it's your way of saying, there you go again, you let me down. But they couch their words in ways that make it sound as if they're curious or asking innocent questions, when in fact they're trying to make a point to make you look foolish. Or, by the way, we have a term for that too, it's called gaslighting. Or it may be that they'll deflect when they're asked questions. You may say something to that.
What in the world is passive dishonesty? The voice of reason. Back in the building on a Monday with another riveting topic about relationships. The voice you just heard prior to mine, that is Dr. Wes Carter. If you want to know more about him, you can visit his YouTube page, where he has a myriad of videos that highlight these interesting topics, such as passive dishonesty. The name of his YouTube page is called Surviving Narcissism with Dr. Les Carter. It's an amazing work, man. And I just discovered him over the weekend while I was on a mini excursion on Catalina Island. And I was able to kind of, recuperate, and I was thinking about this topic, and the video came across my phone, and I was able to, scratch a little topic together, and I think this is a very interesting one. Topic: why does my significant other seem to hate straight talk? A deeper look into passive dishonesty. Woo! Are passive-aggressive people basically dishonest? 1-800-920-1580. What does passive dishonesty mean to you, and how does it differ from active dishonesty? Can you recall a situation where you might have engaged in passive dishonesty? I think Dr. Les Carter gave us some great examples of what that might mean or what that might look like. Can you recall a situation where you might have engaged in passive dishonesty? What motivated that behavior? Listen, you already know what the voice of reason is. It's not a man preaching, teaching, or monologuing. This is a discussion. Lauren Camille in the chat room says I'm triggered already. That's okay. Get on the phone and let's have a conversation. Remember, the Voice of Reason is a non-judgmental, open space where all opinions and ideas are valuable. The speaker is not important. What is important is that we have a powerful dialogue with one another so we can all learn at the same time. The hotline number is 1-800-920-1580. How do cultural norms and societal influences shape our willingness to engage in passive dishonesty? Goodness. In what ways can passive dishonesty harm relationships and erode trust over time? Are there instances when passive dishonesty might be justified or morally acceptable? Right? Can you provide examples? Is there a need to know basis within your own intimate relationship? That's interesting. When it comes to information, is there a need to know basis in your relationship? Right? Where you say to yourself, I take it upon myself to not reveal this information to my partner. 1-800-920-1580. It's going to be lit tonight. You better get in here before the phone lines get crazy. You know this is a national show. Everybody calls from all over the country. Is open communication good for all relationships? Can all relationships handle open communication? Or does passive dishonesty have its place? Very interesting. 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, I got more questions. I got more breakdowns. And we're going to have callers. Let's do it.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that
Y'all know what to do. Let's get these phone lines cracking. Open and honest are different. Let's go. Let's go. Get the likes up. Everybody hit the like button. It's free. Somebody dropped $5 on the super chat. I appreciate it. Can I get y'all to jump in here? Call your brother. 1-800-920-1580. Get on the phone lines. Get on the phone lines. Get on the phone lines. Where my people at? Get them likes up. Get on the phone lines. Y'all know how we do. Don't wait. Point blank, everyone is dishonest, especially when they are honest, especially when they are especially when they are dishonest with themselves. Hey, Miss Loving Life, can you call in and say that on the air? Somebody needs to hear it. And they need to hear it from somebody other than me. I want you to say it. You have a personal invite to call me right now. My number is 1-800-920-1580. Miss Loving Life, please call in and bless. So you never know. You're going to bless somebody when they hear you say what you said. Xylon, another lesson for me. Thank you. Hey, let me tell you, every little bit that you guys are able to share with my super chat helps this channel. This channel needs it. We've been under attack by YouTube. YouTube has been shadow banning. We've been losing subscribers for no apparent reason after we had a growth spurt. We done lost in the over the past weekend. This past weekend, we lost about 50, 60 subscribers. So I need you guys to resubscribe. I need you guys to resubscribe. I need you guys to hit that like button. And please, if you have it, drop your twos and fews. All you got to do is hit that $sign and give your $2, $3. Hit us up, support the channel, and let's get this topic popping. True Monger, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I expect to hear from you tonight as well. Thank you for that 5 spot. Much love. We're up to 1999. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please continue to support. And anybody who sees somebody support this channel, please, y'all, shout them out. Can I get y'all to do that? Please call Miss T. Y'all get the phone lines cracking. It's a conversation. Let's talk with one another.
Things I prep myself with before I have any type of difficult conversation with my husband. Empathy and principality. Empathy because as a woman, I would throw this pity party for myself. He knows exactly how I'm feeling, and he's intentionally not doing anything about it. When that is not true. He's not a mind reader. He has no idea what's going on in my head. And most of the time, some men don't even notice. And then principality. The enemy is prowling like a lion, looking to kill, steal, and destroy. The strongest declarations on this earth are marriages, my marriage. And I'm not going to help him do that. So I had to learn how to communicate and bring forth a difficult conversation that didn't warrant my husband feeling belittled or attacked. Yeah, we are definitely at war, but we should not be at war with each other.
That was a word, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, the Voice of Reason is live on KBLA Talk 1580. You already know what it is, open conversation. I want to learn from y'all. I want y'all to help me get better. Trust me, I've used passive dishonesty. You're never going to have me in here acting holier than thou. A lot of people with a lot of wisdom want to put themselves on a pedestal to feel like they are beyond reproach to the people that they are sharing their information with. You're not going to get that from me. No. You're not going to get that from me. I'm going to tell you the truth. I am flawed. And I would say the version you are talking to today is a better version than if you spoke to me yesterday. Because what I've learned in my years on planet Earth, if you're not spending every day trying to get better as a human being, you're wasting your life. It's kind of like what Muhammad Ali said. He said, if you talk to a man and he's the same as he was 50 years ago, then he ain't dead. I paraphrase, of course. But you can't stay the same. And relationships puts us in a specific dynamic that forces you to self-audit. And every time you miss an opportunity to be accountable for how you show up, for how you impact your relationship, you actually stunt the growth of the relationship. You understand? In the complex landscape of human interaction, the concept of dishonesty often reveals itself in myriad forms. Each of us, or each form, with its own shade of gray, right? One such intricate facet is passive dishonesty, a terrain where the boundaries between truth and falsehood blur, right? Inviting contemplation, of its subtle yet impactful implications. Do you get what I'm saying? Passive dishonesty is kind of answering a question with a question, leaving you with more questions, right? So this is where it invites contemplation, right? As we explore this intricate web, we must first decipher its nuances and distinguish it from its more overt counterpart, which is active dishonesty. Passive dishonesty, like a whisper carried by the wind, involves a deliberate withholding of information, expression, or perspective. It is the art of skirting the edge of the truth without fully embracing the truth, presenting a veneer of compliance while harboring unspoken reservation. In contrast, active dishonesty is the act of making a false statement or overtly concealing reality, often involving explicit deceit or fabrication. While both forms involve a deviation from the truth, passive dishonesty thrives on a quieter, more nuanced approach rooted in silence and omission. The distinction lies not only in action, but in intent. Active dishonesty often serves self-interest, aiming to manipulate perception or secure a desired outcome. Passive dishonesty, on the other hand, may emerge from a desire to avoid confrontation, preserve harmony, or protect oneself from potential repercussions. The motivation behind passive dishonesty are woven from the thread of fear, avoidance, and the intricate tapestry of human vulnerability. It finds its footing in the realm of interpersonal dynamics as individuals navigate the intricate dance of maintaining relationships while sidestepping uncomfortable truths. Let me tell you right now, you want a real relationship? You got to be in a relationship with somebody that accepts all of you. Now, what that means is when you find somebody that accepts the whole you can get naked. Nudity in art represents vulnerability, right? If you can be vulnerable, i.e., psychologically naked, emotionally naked, mentally naked in your relationship, that's a healthy relationship. But remember, most people are wearing a mask, and they spend a lot of their time maintaining the mask. The mask is an object that is subject to obsolescence, meaning over time, it degrades, it gets old, it suffers from energetic, spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional entropy. It breaks down. So we spend a lot of time maintaining the mask because our partner is dating the mask we present and we're dating the mask they present. So we spend a lot of time maintaining that the mask is in tip-top shape. Do you understand? That's not a real relationship because nobody has enough resources to keep those masks in pristine condition. A real relationship is with two real people. And real people can be vulnerable around the person they think and say they love. Can we be real? We gotta be real with each other if we want a real relationship with each other. Andy got something to say. I done sparked Andy. Lord.
No, I felt like we kind of talked about this behind the scenes sometime last week, but I just want to, re-ask this question because, sometimes, when we meet somebody, sometimes we don't want to reveal all of ourselves off the rip because, you know what, that might turn that person away. So I believe I know the answer to this, but for those who didn't know, the question is, like, how long do I take to pretty much reveal myself and, you know, show vulnerability to somebody?
Hey, Andy, I'm going to answer that question with me. Don't be like me. I damn near ruined the best thing in my life. Taking a long ass time. Not revealing things. Being secretive. Being hyper guarded. I don't know. I don't really know you. And I don't really know how to open up and share who I really am with you. And listen, in my life, how I was raised, from the projects of Alton Park in Chattanooga, Tennessee, to Altadena, California, in the 80s, when gangbanging was crazy. Do you understand? To Pasadena, in the 80s, when gangbanging was out of control. Not seeing my father since 1978. Don't know if he's dead or alive today. Raised by my mother, who had a nervous breakdown at 27 after I was born. Do you understand what I'm saying? I come with baggage. The only healthy relationship I had before my mother got us back from foster care was with my foster parents. So I'm guarded than a mug. Oh, by the way, I live in LA, one of the most superficial places on planet Earth. So when somebody showed me love, I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to take it. I couldn't believe it was real. So I was less open to be transparent. More than likely, I did engage in passive dishonesty, skirting the edge of telling the truth. Listen. You want a real relationship, you got to get butt naked. Now, when you get butt naked, that's up to you to decide. But Andy, don't be like me. I'm slow. I'm waiting 2 years. There's still things I need to say about me. Don't be like me.
So what's an appropriate time then?
I think I don't think there's a universal appropriate time. The reason why I say that is because two people in a relationship are two works in progress that have their own clock. And I can't give you the clock. I just know me waiting too long had very adverse effects on my relationship that I have to go back and heal, that I have to go back and deal with. Do you understand? Some people can do it faster, some people take more time. But the reality of it is, a relationship needs transparency. It needs it. If you guys are each other's people, you my person, I'm your person. If we're that to each other, honesty is definitely key. When we come forward, we going to Austin, Texas, Indianapolis, Indiana, Houston, Texas. The phone lines are cracking. I want to talk to y'all. Y'all rocking with my topic? Let's go. Everybody hit the like button. Still more likes to hit. I need everybody in the chat room, please. This is your brother, Zoe Williams. I come in here every day with hot relationship topics, different than what everybody else is talking about. I need y'all support. Get in here, drop $5. It's 66 people. If 66 people drop $5, we would have a very powerful and impactful day. Can y'all support me? Can you show the support? If you can't, don't worry. We love you. We appreciate you for being here. But if you can, don't you think this content, this information, and this perspective is worthy of your support? All you got to do is hit that $ at the bottom of the chat. Drop $5. I'd appreciate it. All right, let's get those likes to match the amount of people in the room. We got damn near 70 people. Let's get those likes in here. Everybody hit the like button. Currently, we're at $24.99 for the first 30 minutes of the show. So, support, support, support. Have your brothers back. Get your brothers back. Let's do it. Shout them out. Everybody, let's shout them out. Yo, who's the master? Twos and fews, always profound information being shared. Thank you, fam. That's right. Come on. Let's go. Who's the master? Show no. Yeah. Come on, everybody. It's a lot of people in here. Let's show our love. Let's support this channel. Don't let Who's the Master be the only one to hit the $5 roll call. Hit that $5 roll call. Support this channel. Come on, you already know how I do. Mind-bending information. Let's get it cracking. Oh, and by the way, if you guys have topic ideas that you think I should cover, y'all ready? Email me, vor106@gmail.com. 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 Listen, if you guys want to send me some topics that you think I should cover that I haven't covered, that you think are necessary for me to cover, listen, all you got to do is send me your topic idea with 5 to 7 questions, right? I'll do the rest. I'll cultivate a topic and we'll have it here on the show. Also, you can say, Zoe, can you have this topic with Dr. Jashana Johnson or with Dr. Sunshine or with Dr. Alan Berger? Alan Berger will be back next Monday, by the way. So if you guys want me to cover it with a clinician or cover it by myself, put your suggestions in my email, vor106@gmail.com. vor106@gmail.com. If you have a specific person you want me to reach out to, say, Zoe, can you get this person? I'll do my best to get them. You understand? Hey, Zoe, can you do a show? Hey, he did it again. Also, Dr. Decapitate show earlier was fired. Hey, thank you, Who's the Master. Don't let Who's the Master be the only one supporting the channel. We're the tried and true. Jump in here, drop your twos and fews. We're at $34.99. Please continue to support. Please continue to support. Please continue to support. Please continue to support. Support. All right? 72 people in the building. Hit those like buttons. Let's go. Like it up, like it up, like it up. Donald Patterson. Way to show up, Donald. Everybody shout out Donald. Hey, my wife just cheated on me. The Lorax. Wow. And I'm depressed. I understand, brother. That could be very tough. That could be very difficult to deal with. I think people too often trying to compare themselves to other ideal. Good stuff. Good stuff. I just want happiness. Happiness is an inside job. Be happiness. People don't make you happy, you make you happy. People reflect your happiness. And I'm sorry to hear that, Brother Lorax. How do we get rid of transactional relationships? You got a lot of questions. We're going to bring you in as soon as I come back. Shit.
Hey guys, love your content and wanted to hear what you have to say about this certain subject. My partner and I have been in a relationship for about 2.5 years now, and a constant theme that has shown up for us is conflict surrounding my emotions.
2.5 years?
2.5 years. I'm what some might call sensitive or over-emotional. The problem I'm looking to resolve or find answers to is, am I being too emotional? Am I creating the problems, or is what I'm saying valid? So I want to address her saying I'm what some might call sensitive or over-emotional. I cry a lot. A lot. I cry on camera constantly, and I just keep talking to you. Me crying is my body's reaction to things. I can't control myself crying, and I hate it. But I've just accepted that's who I am as a person, and some people would say that's too sensitive or I'm over-emotional because I will cry and continue talking.
Right.
In my mind, that's healthy. The fact that I can sit here and cry to you and still carry on a conversation and resolve things or whatever the discussion is and process my shit, that's healthy to me. When I hear sensitive or over-emotional, that's someone who's like in a constant...
If it's 2 times, I'll just go see.
Take constructive criticism. Or you start crying, and because you're crying, it has to be paused and you have to be consoled.
Yeah. The sensitive, the way that I took that and the way that you took that is very different.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? Money can help create a safe space for relationships. It can help create a safe space for relationships only in this regard. The space. Money can help you buy a place. That's it. Where the real safe space is created is from the inside out. First, you have to be safe within yourself. Your partner has to be safe within themselves. And then you transform the house into a home. Right? So when I say money creates a safe space, only to a certain degree. It is presence that creates a lasting safe space. And if you want to create a safe space so you guys can avoid using the tactic of passive dishonesty, you first have to be 100% honest with yourself. You have to accept yourself as you are. You have to stop judging yourself. You have to stop comparing yourself against others. You have to stop speaking negatively about yourself. Because if you engage in all of these things within yourself, there will be instances of passive dishonesty. I think passive dishonesty is rooted in fear, right? And where there's a lack of self-love, there will be an over-reliance on self-protectiveness, right? I got to protect myself. I got to protect myself against all these attacks. There are no attacks when you love yourself. I promise you. There are no attacks when you love yourself. You start to see, oh, you're so small. It's okay. And then you radiate love back to the smallness of somebody else or the pettiness of somebody else. But it's very difficult for you to be 100% transparent with others if you're not self-transparent, in my opinion. Okay? Passive dishonesty, although less covert, carries its own weighty consequences. It can erode trust and authenticity over time, casting shadows of doubt on the sincerity of the interaction. Like a riverbed worn by a persistent stream, it carries an emotional canyon, dividing individuals from the fullness of their connection. Relationships built upon passive dishonesty may become fragile, unable to withstand the weight of unspoken truths left unaddressed. To navigate the terrain, the topography of passive dishonesty, one must first cultivate self-awareness. I just said this. There can be no self-love if there is no self-awareness. A willingness to examine the motivations behind withheld truths and unspoken thoughts. Delving into the depths of one's fears and insecurities allows for a clear understanding of the root causes of passive dishonesty. From the vantage point, right, from this vantage point, a deliberate and delicate choice can be made to lean into vulnerability and express thoughts candidly, or to continue treading the familiar path of evasion. How many of you guys evade having tough conversations? How many of you guys evade just really being nude, spiritually nude, psychologically nude, emotionally nude in front of your partner? Right? As we traverse the complex landscape of human interaction, passive dishonesty beckons us to tread lightly, to explore the delicate balance between honesty and compassion. It is a reminder that truth, like the petals of a fragile flower, can be both tender and resilient. The art of navigating passive dishonesty invites us to cultivate a space where authenticity and understanding can flourish, a realm where the whispers of withheld truths find their rightful place in the symphony of human connection. Safe space. Sukha, good space. The Sanskrit word for good space. Sukha. Passive dishonesty cultivates an environment of dukkha, bad space. Right? We want sukha in the relationship. So the only way to create sukha, good space, is to totally be present with oneself and nude and vulnerable with oneself. Here we go. Passive dishonesty. We got callers on the line. Let's get Miss T. You already know, Indianapolis. Talk to us, Miss T. Hey, hey.
How's it going? How's it going?
We alive. What do you think about tonight's topic? What are your thoughts?
Oh, this topic is fine.
You know how I do.
It's fine.
So tell me your thoughts.
My thought is, I think communication as a whole is lacking in our culture, period. Whether it be business relationships, relationships with our kids, relationships with our family, our parents, it's really lacking.
Why is it lacking, though?
I think because it's not so going back further. Like, I remember times in our household where our parents say, what goes on in the house stays in the house. I think that trans-brand or trans, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it also descended down to our generations as a whole, period. Like, don't communicate, don't talk about these bad things, put them on the rug. And so I think that carried on to many relationships within our household.
So you're saying it's like a generational curse to be passively dishonest?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Talk to me about that a little bit.
I mean, there's times where not personally, but I know personally people have dealt with abuse, have dealt with neglect, have dealt with issues in their childhood or in their household.
but it never got uncovered until years later. And still, some of them still not uncovered. And so by not them being honest with themselves about the experience they went through, I think it affects their relationships as they continue going on into different relationships.
So you're saying, as kids, we modeled our parents being passively dishonest, and we use that as a means, right, for how we communicate in our adult relationships. Is that what you're telling me?
You know what? You can just write my book. You hit it right on the head, right there.
No, you helping me, child. I'm learning from you.
I really honestly think that, because I know personally I have a trouble with communication. I know different jobs I work in, that's been one of my flaws. And I never understood why it was a flaw and why it was an issue. But as I got older, I realized communication, it affects you tremendously, whether it be business-wise, personally, with your kids, with your lover, with your employer. Communication is very, very much needed in every relationship that you deal with.
But Miss T, you hit on something really powerful. If you are not comfortable enough to be communicatively vulnerable or naked around your upbringing, your home life, or your family, your mother and father, if you were not allowed to express yourself openly and freely, it's probably going to be difficult for you to be open and free in your adult relationships. You agree or disagree with that notion?
You know what? I agree, because I honestly, I have a daughter that's something that I know as far as a parent though, we try to child not to talk back to us or not to have a voice. But now think about it, we should allow them to have a voice. We should allow them to speak, because it does affect the relationship. If there's silence in the home, growing up, when they get in a relationship, after they leave our house or the nest, they're going to have that, they're going to be muted or not be able to have a voice, and they're going to turn their voice into something as a weapon, not that be a positive method, and it can definitely affect them in their household as well.
Let me just say this, Sister T. You done brought Indianapolis in the building. You got a seat at the table anytime you want. Call in anytime. We appreciate you. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, I'm going to Austin, Texas. We got a Texas run coming up.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
I can't help but think about the church when she said what she had to say. And just how Christianity, generally speaking, it has a stronghold sometimes on the youth growing up.
Yeah.
And that perspective, it doesn't allow the youth sometimes
To speak. Yeah.
because this is just what it is.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, she hit the nail on the head.
She did.
That's crazy right there.
Yeah. Miss T was on fire. Who's next? Call me right now. I need more callers. We going to Reggie in Austin and Attila in Houston. I need 2 callers right now. Miss T, loving life. You killed it. Thank you. Thank you for everybody that's in here, everybody that's hitting the like button, everybody that's hitting the super chat. We're at $49.98. I just say, can we get to $100? Right? We're halfway to $100 right now. 2 pennies away. And Lorix, if you want to call in and talk, let's talk. Get to your phone line. I need 2 callers. Call me right now, 1-800-920-1580. 2 callers, just 2. It's a discussion, for Christ's sake. Are y'all ready for your brother or no? Y'all gonna support me tonight or no? Let's go. Where's the energy? What up, Angel May? How are you? You're more than welcome to call in. Can we give Angel May the number? The number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. Why does my significant other seem to hate straight talk? A deeper look into passive dishonesty. Zoe fussing again. He ain't fussing. I'm encouraging you. Come on, Truemonger. Get in here. Call me, my brother. Love control lines get blurred real easy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, Reggie is on hold. I love your energy. Great voice, Reggie. I hope you guys are enjoying tonight's topic. You let me know. Put up whatever emoji you want to put up. Put up the emoji. Whatever emoji you want to put up, put it up. What up, what up, what up, what up? We need to break this generational curse. I think it not only affects their relationship, but it will definitely affect their success. Yep. I can't wait to hear Reggie. Reggie will be on in a second. Live in a minute. That first hour flew, right? That's how you know we got good topics. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason returns to the already legendary KBLA Talk 1580 from the heart of Leimert Park, aka Africa Town. The VOR rolling with you from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, weekdays. We on fire tonight. Tonight's topic is passive dishonesty. In the delicate ecology of relationship, trust stands as a foundation, anchoring human connections and fostering intimacy. Yet, the insidious undercurrent of passive dishonesty can slowly chip away at this bedrock, causing fractures that, over time, weaken bonds and diminish the vibrant fabric of trust. Understanding the ways in which passive dishonesty infiltrates and corrodes relationships provides insight into the profound impact of unspoken truths. Unspoken truth is like that lint catcher in your dryer. If you never clear out the unspoken truths in your relationship, do you know that the lint can now start to cling to your clothes? Now you done pulled out your clean clothes out of the dryer and you got lint balls everywhere. That's because you didn't clean out the lint trap. Sometimes unspoken truths can create a type of energetic lint trap in your relationship that actually works to corrode the trust, the bond, the love, the empathy, the care, the sincerity that the two people share with one another. I'm going to tell you right now, let's clean out the lint trap. Passive dishonesty, often characterized by withheld thoughts, muted emotions, or evasive behaviors, create an undercurrent of ambiguity. It is the unspoken word that hangs heavy in the air, leaving partners, friends, or family members to navigate an intricate maze of half-truths. Over time, these unaddressed issues accumulate like sediment, forming a barrier that separates individuals from authentic connection. If you want to love me, and if you want me to love you, we got to get butt naked. We gotta get butt naked. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason is on fire tonight. Let's get these callers in here because they want to talk too. Reggie from Austin, Texas. Get in here.
Hey, what's up, Zoe?
What up, brother?
What up? All right, as far as this discussion is concerned, let's talk about relationships. Relationships take energy. Okay, we're not machines. It takes energy. And depending on how well you or your partner, or actually both of y'all, have mastered your emotions, it takes a whole lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to have these deep conversations, these penetrating conversations, with all of these words back and forth, and all of these emotions back and forth, and all of these theories back and forth, it takes an entire amount of energy that both of y'all need to have. Now, if you're working 12, 14 hours a day, battling traffic and battling the wages of life, when you get home, you're not going to want to have these conversations every day. So you have to be on the same page with your partner so that both of y'all can have these discussions. Now, there are certain times when one of y'all just needs to talk and the other one just needs to listen. And give them the energy and give them the space and give them really the grace to just hear themselves speak, because maybe if you just be quiet, they can get to their own solution and you have to really give a bunch of energy. You see what I'm saying? And it isn't that you're trying to evade anything. It's just that you fully understand how much energy you have to give to that discussion that day. And that's just fair as far as what both of y'all deserve. And then there are other times when you're the person that needs to talk, and sometimes both of y'all need to get things off your chest, and I get that. But man, recognize what energy you had to work with, and recognize the best way to get to the point of understanding. And if you have to communicate with your partner saying that, yo, I don't have the energy to deal with this today, but I have the energy to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? And just be upfront with what you have. Now, as far as being naked in front of each other, bro, it takes energy to do that. You feel me? It takes energy to do all that.
Reggie,
stuff, bro.
I need you to stay with me because I gotta go forward. Listen, because you cooking right. Do y'all understand? Reggie is cooking with the finest ingredients. Listen, if you want to be a chef in the voice of reason, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. We have Reggie in here doing his residency. He is a chef that calls in from time to time, and he really cooks. If you want to be a chef, the number to dial is 1-800-920-1580. When we come forward, more from our brother Reggie out of Austin, Texas. First hour zipped. Where are my callers? It's 70 of you guys in here. Nobody wants to call in and be honest and be transparent and share the way Reggie is sharing? Ooh, it's hard to see yourself in the movie you're starring in. That's right. Made by Monty. I used to say that all the time. Is it bad that I want to be in a healthy relationship? Absolutely not. If I were you, I would call in and talk to me directly because we can have some real conversations. Nikki, we appreciate the $5. Thank you. We're up to $54.98. Everybody shout out Nikki. Thank you, Nikki. You are just needy and difficult as us females. I don't understand. You are just as needy and difficult as us females. Who you clapping at, Miss T? Can we get the numbers? Can we get the callers? I need 2 callers. 2. We're at the top of the hour. I got 1 calling right now. I need 2. I need 1 more. You should call. You will not be out of line. Please call in. There we go. Let's get these phones cracking. I appreciate y'all. Andy is answering your call right now. Don't hang up. Andy is answering your calls right now. Don't hang up. Thank you for the likes. Can we get everybody? Listen, let's do a $2 roll call. If all you got is $2, 68 people, come on, y'all. Everybody drop $2, or all the people who haven't shared, drop $2. Hit that super chat right there, that $sign at the bottom of the chat. Give us $2 for tonight's topic. I think the content is worth it.
Is in trouble, I'm the dude to call. Has your soulmate become your cellmate? Does black love still exist? What are your bedroom turnoffs? Fantasies and fetishes. Financial infidelity. I'm dating a bad person. Are they worth the wait? Trust me, this gonna be crazy.
How about the heavy stuff? The child was his, and you still had to pay child support.
It's a very heated topic.
How is that right?
Mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
I just have so many questions I want to ask you.
I was like, is this okay? Roll up there?
Damn!
He told me he had a vasectomy. I'm pregnant.
Betrayal has been committed. Hit you with a bad vibes routine. How does he maintain his humposity?
He likes it when it pinches my lip.
Why can't you open up, brother?
I'm a karate man. Karate man rules on the inside. They don't show their weaknesses. Yeah.
Call in.
How do you rate women so well?
So William,
Reason and accountability.
the voice of reason.
All right, hey everybody. In today's video, we're going to be talking about difficult conversations, how to have crucial conversations in relationships, why it's important, when it's important to have them, and really how you can go about approaching these kind of make or break moments. I mean, they can feel like make or break moments in relationships where certain things are happening either internally with you or externally in your dating and relationship as it evolves, where your voice is necessary. You speaking up and naming what it is that you need, what you want, something that's occurring that you're noticing, it's important. So how do we approach this? With me today is Jack Butler. Jack Butler is a fellow coach, friend, colleague, and he's going to be joining me as we unpack this and dive deeper into this territory. Jack, thanks for coming, man.
Yeah, good to be here, man. Happy to be talking to you. Excited for this topic.
Yeah.
Get into it.
So as we were talking offline about this, we had a couple different ideas of what we're going to go into, and I threw out there crucial conversations as a topic. I'd be curious to hear from you. Why is it that this topic is really important, and why do you think it's important for whether the coaching clients that you're working with or the people that follow your work? Why does this stuff matter?
I think because it's key to your ability to be authentic, right? Which you know is a theme that, you value as well. I certainly value in my work.
I just had to get Reggie back. Oh, the voice of reason is back. But that clip spoke on something very key, and I'm going to tie it into what Reggie is talking about. Welcome back to the Voice of Reason on KBLA Talk 1580. We've come full circle after having come forward. Reggie was in the middle of cooking an 8-course meal, and it was on fire. Reg, jump back in here and finish your thought.
Just two things. The situation starts with you having a grip on your emotions, so that you know what you're dealing with and how to deal with it with your partner. Then tell your partner exactly what energy you have. If you have it or not, then it puts you in an environment where you know what you're working with. And that's really all you can ask for at this point.
Right. And then, no, stay with me, because I'm going to push back based off of what we just heard on the clip coming in. I agree with you. The energy piece is real, right? Not having the energy or the emotional capacity to have tough conversations, that is real. And unfortunately, for many people, that is their norm. But the problem with norms represent patterns. And so we were raised in such a way that we weren't taught to cultivate the energy necessary to have those kind of talks. And what happens is when we hear someone like Reg say, and he's 100% right when he says it, I don't have the energy to have this conversation. To me, that's just saying you weren't raised with the tools to be able to have the conversation. At some point, when you recognize that you get fatigued by the real, That's your opportunity to say, let me pick up the pen of self-authorship and write this norm out of my life and write a new one. Because I believe if you train children from the beginning to be able to express themselves honestly, listen, we can tie this into attachment theory. Children who were raised in an environment where they couldn't express themselves openly and honestly have a maladaptive attachment style. That's because they couldn't talk. So do you think they cultivated passive dishonesty in order to just make it through the crib? So if they did that in order to survive at home, what makes you think they're not going to do that to survive in a relationship? So to me, when I hear your response, which is 100% true, I ain't got the energy for that. That's because you wasn't raised to cultivate the energy. So now, needing the energy in order to make the relationship useful and meaningful and purposeful, you got to look at the good stuff as the work now. That becomes the work. Like, God, in order for me to get what I want, I've got to learn how to cultivate self-awareness, self-acceptance, self-approval, self-worth, a sense of self, a self-concept. I need to be in love with me in order to be vulnerable. Like you said, oh, to be vulnerable is difficult. That's only because you were never taught to deal with your vulnerability. You were either taught to suppress it or forget about it. You weren't taught to, let's be honest. What parent goes, hey, it's good to be vulnerable. It's okay. Open up and share it all, baby. Nobody does that. Am I lying?
Hold on. Yeah. I mean, I can take competing views simultaneously. I can hear what you're saying, and I can hear what I'm saying too.
I just said what you said was the truth.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. What you said was the truth.
Well, okay, let me say this. We define the rules in our relationship. I don't care what society says as far as who does what or whatever. We define those rules. So if the rules are we express ourselves and be open because we had a trust with each other, those are the rules that we have defined for our relationship.
But Reggie, you can't. I mean, my thing is, when you say we define our rules, I'm going to say, did you inherit those rules? Or did you actually write those rules from your pen of self-authorship? Because many people, you've already elucidated upon it ad nauseum, many people are using the rules they inherited. That is what the attachment style is. So all I'm saying is, if you're going to write a rule, let it be from your pen. Let it be from your hand, the hand of your spirit, not the hand of what you've been through, not the hand of how you were raised. Go deeper.
That makes sense. I think we take the best of what we've been exposed to, and we leave the worst. And so some things worked, and it's proven that it works, and I get it. I'm going to take it with me. But there are other things that absolutely didn't work. It served no purpose, and so we have to write that out and write something in that is applicable to us.
Right. I love it, brother. You know? I love it. And I love you, man. Thank you for calling in. You're always a great call. Listen, if you want to bring your city in the building, you know what you got to do. This is a real conversation. Are you engaging in passive dishonesty? Not quite a lie, not quite the truth, grayer than all get out. But hey, that's how you were taught to deal with your uncomfortable feelings and emotions. So can we talk about it tonight? When we come forward, we're going to Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we're going to Houston, Texas. When we come forward, we got a lot to talk about. Hey, Angel May, if you want to be fixed, call in today. If you want to be fixed, call in today. Let's go. Let's go. Don't play, Angel. Call in right now. You guys enjoying tonight's topic? Hey, somebody just hit us with a 10 spot. Nzinga! Everybody shout out my homegirl Nzinga. Everybody shout out my homegirl Nzinga. Everybody shout out Nzinga, 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 Nzinga. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You guys enjoying tonight's topic? Talk to your brother. Oh, you got to get the Shrouded Lighthouse, Angel May. Great topic, Zoe. Thank you, brother. Call me. Angel May. There she is, Angel. Oh, she's on the line. Angel from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I got you. I'm glad you guys like the topic. I'm really glad that you guys like the topic. Yes, this is good. Thank you. Yes, this is no judgment zone. You're not going to get judged. And look, we're at $70 basically, $69.98. We are $30 away from getting to $100. Can we get that $100? I want to get that $100. We are $30 away. It's 71 people in here. If 71 people gave $1, we're at $71. Can we do that? I need some faithful ride or die, love Zoe Williams and the VOR support to come in here and take us over the top. Come on. Ladies, hey, the voice of reason and his playlist. My playlist is my co-host. In acknowledgement of hip hop turning 50, you know I gotta play a little hip hop tonight. De La Soul, the stakes is high. But the stakes are high when passive dishonesty has taken root in your relationships. Communication. The lifeblood of relationships is compromised by passive dishonesty. As the unspoken accumulates, the space for open dialogue shrinks, stifling the free flow of thoughts and emotions. Partners may unknowingly tiptoe around sensitive topics, fearing that candor will disturb the fragile equilibrium of the intimate interaction. The result is a stifling atmosphere where assumptions replace understanding and genuine connections withers. It withers. The erosion of trust is a natural consequence of this muted discourse. Trust, akin to a fragile glass sculpture, is built through consistency, transparency, and the assurance that intentions are aligned with actions. Passive dishonesty shatters this delicate construct, casting doubt upon the reliability of the information shared. As partners or loved ones sense discrepancies between words and unspoken cues, uncertainty festers, corroding the very core of trust. You know you do it in your relationship, so you know it's been happening. Don't play reindeer games with Zoe, okay? But here is why we're having the conversation. I really want you to know, having a loving, fruitful relationship is possible. The more truthful you get with yourself, the more truthful you will be to your partner. The more caring and empathetic you are towards yourself, the more caring and empathetic you will be towards your partner. If there's any negativity, pettiness, or passive dishonesty going on, do you know it starts within you? So if there's an insecurity, if there's an internal fear, if there's any self-marginalization happening, you're going to do that to your partner. This is why we say relationships are a mirror. Whatever you are, you get. Whatever you've worked on and completed, you get. Whatever you haven't worked on and completed, you get. And I know people don't understand it, but when you start really peeling back the onions, and I'm doing that, or peeling back the layers of the onion, I'm doing that in my latest book. I haven't talked about it, but I'm doing that in my latest book right now. And I'm marrying all of the clinical ideas with the spiritual ideas and with the scientific ideas. When a new book comes, you're going to be amazed by it. It's going to be incredible. But tonight we're talking about passive dishonesty, skirting around the truth as a means of self-protection, as a means of not avoiding conflict. Well, you already know when you avoid conflict, you actually help strengthen conflict. I know people ain't heard it like that before, but that's what happens. 1-800-920-1580. Let's get these callers in here now. Attila, Houston, Texas. Let's go.
Uncle Joe, how are you?
I'm in here turned up right now, feeling good about life.
Well, I'm gonna make a confession. Alright, so the question, why does my significant other seem to hate straight talk? Because I do.
Why?
I mean, what else can I expect from them? Because straight talk is something that tears down barriers, right? It draws complete lines, plans in the sand. At that point, the relationship, the connection is just even more real. So if I'm running from that, if I'm running from myself,
Whoa.
yeah,
Wait. You just blew me up right now. So you avoid straight talk as a means of not allowing the relationship to get deeper and more meaningful. Talk to me about your process. Please, why? Why do you do that? You don't want it to be real? You don't want it to be more meaningful? Why? Is this a form of self-sabotage? Talk to me.
I mean, yeah, we can argue with the form of self-sabotage. I think I'm not really used to people, like, accepting all of me, right? Like, I think even when I think about my friendships, right, like, I've always kind of operated in this almost, like, piecemeal fashion. Because I know that there's certain aspects of me that are more appealing to certain groups or certain whatever. So, and part of that is just my personality. Like, it's just kind of understanding how people operate, because I find people so intriguing. But the other side of that is, like, a serious fear of, like, well, if this person sees all of me still says no, like, what does that really mean?
Would you say you're... Keep going.
Keep going.
I
was just going to say, I mean, it's kind of an illusion if I'm constantly saying no to myself.
Would you say that in relationships, because of this predisposition? Would you say that you're a bit of a breadcrumber?
That's not funny.
I mean, I hear you. Like, I hear you talking and saying things that you're not saying, but are you a breadcrumber?
I have been known to do so in the past.
Wow.
Yes. And I want to say something else. People pleasers are kind liars, okay?
People pleasers are kind liars. I love it.
Yes.
But guess what? That's a different topic. Stay with you right now. Ooh, Lord, this child is breadcrumbing because you don't want a deeper connection. Right? And we talked about this before, right? When you called in. And you said that your attachment style is what again?
Fearful avoidant.
Fearful avoidant. So it start getting good. You think this might go somewhere, and you go brakes.
It's not like how, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say it's like a break. Like, for me, that's more so like somebody who's dismissive avoidant.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for a fearful avoidant, like, you're enjoying the benefits that you're getting out of a relationship or the parts that feel good, but you're also, like, deathly afraid of the parts that don't. So in my relationships, whether that's with my family or my friends, like, I've just kind of adopted a new policy, right? Like, feel the fear and do it anyway. So what that has shown me, essentially, is that it allows people to fully be themselves, and then I can fully be myself, because now they have a true understanding of who and what it is that they're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not getting some sort of version of me that just, agrees with everything that they're saying, or is comfortable, they're comfortable around that person, or whatever. Like, it's like, this is me, this is what I really actually think, and this is, like, my vulnerability. So it's, in the last few months, it's been difficult, because I've had to face the fact that, even, you can't really stop the unavoidable, right? So if someone's going to reject you or whatever, they were planning to do that regardless. Like, it really doesn't matter. So just having to really, like, accept, like, this is me, this is who I am, this is how I process stuff. Is it confusing to some? Yes. But those that get it. And in that, I've been able to develop, like, real friendships. Like, and I could feel it, like, on a soul level. So I'm not necessarily as fearful anymore, but it takes a lot of work getting used to. And I think when you see someone else who has the same qualities that you've had in the past, or the same qualities you do have at that moment, like, if you can recognize it spot on, like, okay, I know exactly what this person is doing.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, it's just moving accordingly.
We love Attila. We love Houston, Texas. We love Attila for bringing Houston, Texas in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. Let's go over to Tulsa, Oklahoma. Angel is in the building. What up, Tulsa? You got to turn your whole living room down. Whatever you listening to me on, you got to turn the living room down so we don't hear it in the background.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. Welcome to the show. What are your thoughts about tonight's topic? What's on your mind? What would you like to share?
Well, I don't like sharing, but...
Ooh. Hey!
Since I'm on the show now, I guess I'll share that, normally growing up, mother didn't allow me to, like, talk. It was just her that talked. And so now I have a hard time, I guess, expressing myself, especially in relationships.
And how has that affected your relationships, not being able to share in the way that you want to?
Well, keeping me from, I guess, being able to relate better. Shoot.
Listen, it's okay. This is a non-judgmental space. There will be no judgment. You can share in a way that you're not accustomed to, but trust me, you will not be attacked for what you share.
So,
So earlier I was saying to myself, it would be nice to be able to speak to someone and let them know that I come from a two-mother home and I wasn't raised with a father, so I don't know what that looks like. But I have an idea made up in my mind, which is why I'm in the position I'm in now, single and alone. And I know Apara in the chat was asking what my intentions were or what my motive was behind me wanting to be in a relationship. Now, I thought we were created to be together.
So let me go deeper into that a little bit. Yes, men and women and love is supposed to happen, and it manifests itself in intimate relationships. Absolutely. But I keep telling people, I think people miss a crucial point. You have a societal perspective of relationships, which is more transactional, which is what school did you go to? Where do you work at? Can you afford a date? Do you have a car? Do you have your own place? You know, all of these things, right? But then the real reason for a relationship is for self-revelation. This is why I've usurped the famous quote from my favorite philosopher, Jiddu Krishnamurti, relationship as a mirror. Relationship is a mirror. It mirrors what you need to work on. So you tend to get someone who actually exacerbates wounds or shadows within your spirit. It exacerbates that, brings it to your conscious mind so you can take responsibility for it and thus what I call recontextualize it, change it, right? But most people think relationships are about Netflix and chill. Most people think relationships are about open the door. And sure, part of that is there. Yes, let me take you on a date. Yes, let's go hang out. But the real work in relationship is what's coming up in you that needs to be resolved by you. That's the real purpose. Relationships are inherently spiritual. So what work is showing up is what the relationship is exacerbating. It's coming up, right? It's coming up. I don't talk. Okay, so now I need to recognize, wow, where did I get this from? How did I get this communication style? And do I have to live with it? Or can I overcome it? And if I overcome it, does it make me a better person in relationship? Does that make sense?
That does make sense. And well, now see, there's two sides, because I know you're saying that we have dualities. And so I'm either too much and I talk too much in a relationship, or I don't talk enough and I shut down. And it seems like,
well, wait, you're gonna share with me when you're too much, because I gotta hear this. You gotta break this down for me. When we come forward, more from Angel out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tonight's topic is flame. Is tonight's topic on fire or what? And let me say this, 70 people in the chat room. We are $5 away from our mark of $100. Who's going to show up? Who's going to show up and take us over the hill? 70 people. We are at 96.97. We're at $96.97. We are $5 away. Who's going to take us to where we need to go? Monique, I see you. Monique Journey Taylor, what up? What up? Tyler. Miss T, Loving Life. It's okay. If you couldn't do it, it's all right. But somebody, can you push us over the super chat mark of $100? We are $96.97. That's how close we are. Can we get it? I need y'all to help us get there. Can we get it? Can we get it? Who's going to step up and push us over to the top? Come on. No male presence is a factor for sure. Could be, for sure. Is it me? I always ask this, but is it me or is this damn show flying? Sometimes these motherfuckers fly faster than normal. This is not a normal show for some reason. Am I covering? Did I explain the topic well enough? Nazarene X just sent $5 on the super chat or on the Cash App. Ghetto Gourmet just took us over $100. Ghetto Gourmet. We appreciate you, Ghetto Gourmet. We are at 101.97. Can everybody say what's up? No, tonight is going by quick than a motherfucker. Everybody shout out Ghetto Gourmet. Everybody shout him out. I mean, this shit flew faster than normal. Like, sometimes I be in here and I be thinking, damn, I got 2 hours to do. But tonight, this shit feel like, what? But did I describe and define the concept of passive dishonesty well enough? Do you think I did that? Because you notice I'll read little pieces to expound upon it. But did I? Y'all tell me. I thought I did. Chef T, we appreciate the Cash Apps. Let me tell you something about the Cash Apps. I get that money instantly. And if I need some gas, or even if I need to buy a cigar, thank y'all for hitting that Cash App. I appreciate it. I get the Cash Apps instantly. So anybody who's hit my Cash App, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't get this YouTube money for a while. And then on top of that, YouTube takes 30%. Ain't nobody said nothing about my black glasses. When I had the red ones on that are the exact same glasses, y'all was calling me Sally, Jesse, Raphael. I saw the comments. We appreciate y'all for hitting the super chat. No, but the super chat matters. We don't want you to walk away from the super chat. The super chat matters. But those who can give to the Cash App, just know I get the Cash App instantly. Angel May, if that's what you want to talk about, listen, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. We can get into that if you want to. Okay? Let me know. This is your opportunity to share. I know it's on radio and I know you probably feel uncomfortable or whatever, but trust me, nobody's going to judge you here. Nobody's going to disrespect you here. We don't allow that. So feel free to talk. And don't forget, please email me your topic ideas. All right? Email your topic ideas, vor106@gmail.com. Please, moderators, post the contact for that. Email those for me, okay?
this person wrote in and she said, well, first of all, she says, Abby, you do amazing work and bring knowledge to the world that has improved my life and the relational lives of others. I love your longer podcasts. So some of you have written in that you don't like the longer podcasts, you like them shorter. But see, this is what happens for me. It's hard to please everybody. But as you know, I like to babble, so a lot of times they're longer because I just like to get it all in. So, what she's saying is that she searched for lying in my search engine. You know, if you go to my website, there's a search engine in there, and you can search like lying, cheating, whatever, you know, mindfulness, whatever floats your boat, and you'll get whatever I've written, talked about, you know, the blog, everything there. And so she says she's looked for that, and she's listened to almost all the podcasts and my book. Thank you. But there's something that hasn't quite been answered, and it's a really good question she asked. So I'm excited to get into this because I think a lot of you have this and don't realize it, that it's happening. So she says, she and her husband are in this sort of dynamic where her husband will lie to manage her emotions. Do you know how common this is? I just want to say that. This happens all the time, but people don't realize that's what's happening. That someone is saying yes, yes, yes to something because they don't want you to get upset, but then later they're going and doing whatever it is that they really wanted to do anyway, and they're kind of ignoring what you asked or whatever, or they're, again, saying yes to things that they really don't want to say yes to because they're trying not to get you upset. And that's lying. It's lying, I know. But we don't necessarily think of it as lying. Lying we think of it as more as, she said she was out with her girlfriends and she was really out with a guy. That's a lie. That feels like the lie. But this managing emotions, and I do want to say that I put it in a slightly different category than quote-unquote regular lying like that. Like, maybe you're cheating on your partner and you're lying about it. That to me is different than this emotional manipulation. Most of the time people do it and they have no idea they're doing it. And that is different than lying. When we lie, we know we're doing it. So I want to say that first. First, I haven't even read the whole question yet, but I want to say that first and foremost. So, and it also helps you really think of it differently. Your partner trying to manage your emotions isn't cool, and we want to change that. But they're not knowingly, maliciously trying to get over, usually. Sometimes they are if they, again, if there's a really sinister thing going on. But what this woman's talking about and what other people have come to me with, it's usually not sinister. It's just people trying to get by in their marriage and trying not to rock the boat is generally what it is. But
are you passively dishonest as a means of not trying to rock the boat? Oh, God. Communicative eggshells. Let me make sure I don't rattle her cage or rattle his cage by sharing too much. I don't know. The Voice of Reason is on complete fire tonight with phone lines from all over the country. Let's get back to Tulsa, Oklahoma with Angel. Angel, what are your final thoughts on this? Angel.
Oh, you know my final thoughts?
Yes. What are your final thoughts on this topic?
Well, you explained it well, and I think the passiveness needs to be addressed, especially within my own personal life.
What are you going to do about it?
Perhaps go deeper and not stay so surface.
What about therapy?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely on the list. That's not something that I'm not wanting to do. It's just something financially strapped, but it's on my list. That's why I watch your show.
Oh, I appreciate it. But trust me, therapy will help. And are you an African American woman?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. Trust me. You can get it. You can get some therapy. You can get some therapy. I want you to go do it. Trust me. It is beneficial. It will help. And let me just say this. The more you accept yourself, let's talk about self-acceptance. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much of yourself do you accept? Or how much of yourself are you ashamed of? Where there's guilt or wounds, or are there areas of yourself that you haven't 100% embraced? Can we talk about that?
So, yes, I am not myself at work, and so at work I could say that I'm probably a 5, but at home I'm probably like maybe a 7.5, an 8.
Mm-hmm. Just remember those places and spaces where you don't 100% embrace and love on yourself create relationship opportunities. Did you hear what I said? They create relationship opportunities. In other words, a relationship will be magnetized by those unrequited wounds, because those wounds want to be addressed. That part of yourself that you keep pushed down wants to be addressed. It wants to be healed. It wants to be reconciled. So it will call in a relationship opportunity so that it can be irritated, so you can tend to it. Remember, the irritation is just like the oil light coming on in your car. The car is telling you, I need oil, or this engine is going to break down. Your spirit is saying, this type of toxic person needs to come in your life so you can get this toxicity out of yours. Again, let me go deeper. The venom of a serpent, the cure is in the venom. You take the venom and then you mix it with something else, and that very same venom becomes the antidote. Do you understand? The problem has a solution inside of it. We think the solution is a new person. And guess what? In a backhanded way, it is. But it's more harsh. What do you mean by that, Zoe? You got to go through the toxic relationship in order to get the venom, or in order to get the antidote. Whereas if you spent time by yourself, embracing yourself, loving on yourself, approving of yourself, good, bad, and indifferent, then you attract a different type of person. They come with the same energy you come with, which is healing, loving, self-acceptance, the expulsion of guilt, the expulsion of shame. But you got to look at where you came from. You got to look at your origin story, and you got to not judge the people who raised you. You got to not judge them for what they did or didn't do, and you got to release yourself from those patterns, and then pick up the pen of self-authorship and start writing the reality you want. Does that make sense?
It does make sense, yeah.
All right. Well, guess what? Go find the therapy. I love you for calling in. You got a seat at the table. Tulsa, Oklahoma is in the building because you brought him in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, more callers. I'm talking to everybody tonight.
Is it good to you?
Great call, Angel. Great call, Angel. Great call, Angel. Y'all enjoying tonight's topic? Are y'all enjoying tonight's show? Talk to your brother Zoe. What we looking for? You're the question and the answer. Nas. Hey, Ghetto Gourmet, that's one of my favorite Nas records. That right there, that N.I. you know the record. That record right there called it what? Where my callers at? Can I get 2 more callers? Can I get 2 more callers? Nazarene X, you next. Then Mimi. We got 92 likes. That's good stuff. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got 92 likes. That's a big time amount of likes. We appreciate it. Thank you guys. And we reached our mark. We are at $102.96. Big shout out and thank you to everybody who supported today. Big shout out and thank you to everybody who showed love, to everybody who dropped some twos and fews, to everybody that hit my Cash App. Big shout out. Thank you guys. Thank you. Do you know the show is damn near over? This is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday. Did you think the voice of reason and his playlist wasn't going to be on deck today? Yo, we had a lot of great records play today. We started with You Ain't Gotta Lie to Kick It, Kendrick Lamar. The next track was called For My Ladies by Yusuf Days. That was a great record. Then we had a record called A Tribute to Dilla. Jay Dilla, famous hip-hop producer from Slum Village that inspired so many generations of producers. That track, A Tribute to Dilla, is produced by Liquid Crystal Project and Jay Rawls. Then we had Stakes is High, De La Soul, Never Let Me Go, Mac Ayres featuring The Cartoons. That was a great record. And then the record you just heard, Black Star, Talib Kweli, and Mos Def, Respiration. Great record. We still got more records to come before the end of this hour, man. But my playlist is my co-host, and it's been rocking with me since the beginning of this show. Let's get our callers in here. But before I do, I definitely want to just give you guys a little bit more context and clarity. The ethical landscape, right, is often painted in shades of gray. Where the lines between right and wrong, can blur, leaving us to ponder the moral contours of our actions. Passive dishonesty, a subtle dance between withholding truths and navigating social dynamics, beckons us to question whether there exist circumstances where its embrace might be justified or morally acceptable. As the clip before tried to elucidate on, trying to protect your partner's feelings from an uncomfortable truth. Some people may say, oh, well, that's a good place. That's a moral space for passive dishonesty, to exist in a relationship, or that it has a place. Again, what I've known about dishonesty, and I'm only speaking from my experiences, whenever I was dishonest, it never led to a good place to me. Now, I'm not saying that, what people are saying, with this idea, passive dishonesty may, having some type of moral use in a relationship. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But I know whenever I was dishonest in any way, shape, or form, even if my intentions were right, it never led to anything positive. So that's my thought on it. We got callers on the line. They want to talk about it as well. Let's get them in here. Nazarene X, Atlanta, Georgia. Get in here. What up, brother?
Crazy.
Huh?
Ain't nothing, man. It's been crazy today, like straight hot monkey lava.
That's what this is. This hot monkey lava, right?
All the way, yes, sir. Kind of turned it up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I love everything everyone's been saying. I love the context, the way that you elucidated and everything, just providing more of a wide range scope of what this concept is.
Mm-hmm.
And talking about how we're, cultivated to be little liars.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like, I don't know if people remember how you might be in school and then you learn how to tilt your book in your head a certain way. Like, you'll be asleep, but you reading though. Right. Again, like, you know what I'm saying? You might be at a job and you know how to look busy. And sometimes your managers will tell you, like, look busy over here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't just be twiddling your thumbs. So low key, I think it's part of these quote unquote games that we get used to playing out here in general. That again creeps its way into our relationships to where the whole, passive dishonesty is more like an intentional positioning. And why you're doing that is really telling about how you respect the relationship you're in or the person that you're in a relationship with.
Mm.
So if you lean into the aspect of respect, it's like our girl Arabia say, better hunt and shoot 100, at least once.
Better hunt it, shoot 100. Come on.
You got to get on into it, and it's like at the end of the day, you owe yourself that if what you want is something more full. But again, a lot of times if we're just kind of going along to get along and don't want to necessarily be, how they say, both feet in the water or jumping all the way out there, that's where you become more, I guess, in the background. You're only concerned about protecting yourself, really.
Mm.
And it gets masked in these different ways, man. So just want to kind of leave that up in the air. I love the conversation. Thank you for having this topic. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate the insight. Nazarene X, Atlanta, Georgia. Let's get on over to Jacksonville, Florida. Mimi, get in here.
Hey, Bill. Hey, everyone.
Hey. How are you? What do you think about tonight's topics? What are your thoughts?
I think tonight's topic is great, as usual. Me, myself, I'm still doing my work. I'm growing and I'm learning. I'm a little nervous to say this, but I believe that I am positioning myself in a place or allowing myself to be positioned to get ready to be completely spiritually and emotionally naked with my partner to be. I'm ready to just get down and dirty, naked, where we just love each other, good, bad, and ugly, and we're just naked all the time.
We love it. Congratulations, Mimi. We love it. Get in here. Handle yours. I want to be naked all the time with my partner.
I do want to be naked all the time. Naked is the best. But I mean spiritually now.
No, I got you, Mimi. I hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mimi from Jacksonville, Florida. She told the truth. We appreciate you for calling in as always. Thank you, love. You know you got a seat at the table. We appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight has been a very powerful topic. Right? Passive dishonesty. Wow. Instances of passive dishonesty that could be morally justified may arise when the preservation of a person's well-being or mental health hinges upon a carefully chosen omission. Picture a scenario where revealing a painful truth could irreparably harm the person that's already struggling with a fragile mental health situation. So you might not want to tell the truth. Shielding them from the complete reality, though involving a level of deception, could be deemed ethically permissible if it averts further psychological harm. Another context where passive dishonesty may find moral footing is within delicate familial situations. Imagine a terminally ill relative who has chosen not to share their prognosis with their aging parents, fearing it would devastate them. In this poignant instance, withholding information can be seen as an act of compassion. Sharing their loved ones, or sparing their loved ones from unnecessary anguish during their twilight years. There are reasons for it, but what I'm trying to explain to you guys is a healthy relationship is about openness, right? And if you create a safe space for people to share their secrets with you, that doesn't mean you take their secrets and go pass them on to everybody else. It just means we've created a safe space to be honest with each other. And I'm not saying whatever you're honest with each other about is to go out, on the internet. I'm saying within a relationship, I don't think passive dishonesty is a good thing. I think you guys share with each other, and what is shared between you is what's yours. I don't think it belongs to anybody else. But these are just my thoughts. I start the conversations. You finish the conversations. Up next, Jill Monroe and her powerful show, RSVP, will keep the fire lit. The voice of reason, we started it, you finish it. I'm out. Yeah. Great topic tonight. Show flew by. Amazing joint. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Shit was dope. Thank you for your support. Number love. And I'm out.